J-Doll, easy play, anytime, stop, nada, much. Slayer Boxer, C, Bisu, sAviOr, 16 of the most powerful StarCraft gamers in the world. LG, Intel Katrina, GOM TV, Star Invitational.
Welcome back. We're at the GOM TV StarCraft Invitational live in Seoul, Korea at the Technomart. And we've had a three-way tie. It's been, first of all, Flash just dominated his group. Left the group with his opponent's heads. At this point in time, the people who are left are AnyTime, sAviOr, and mine. sAviOr is right now 1-1, or yeah, no, he's wait a minute, I'm like an idiot. He's 0-1. He lost to Mind in a very long, drawn-out game. Mind lost to AnyTime. If AnyTime wins this game, AnyTime gets out of his group. If AnyTime loses this game, it's another three-way tie. Okay, we've started. sAviOr at the bottom spot as a white Zerg. He matches his outfit. At the north is AnyTime, a red Protoss. He is also color coordinated today. The question is, can AnyTime beat sAviOr? If AnyTime beats sAviOr, well, then AnyTime gets out of his group, and the story ends. It will be the last chapter of Group A. However, if AnyTime loses, I won't be off work for a while, because we'll have to do the whole tiebreaker thing again. So, AnyTime is aware of this. All three of the players are becoming very worn down, or so I've heard, and I've talked to a few of them already. Just very tiring. The tension here is so high. This is easily one of the most respectable tournaments in Korea all year long. All three of these guys know that it would be so helpful for their careers and for their notoriety to get out of this group. But at the same time, you know, a man can only withstand pressure for so long. Or a woman, you know, I'm not sexist, but sorry, no, there are no women in this tournament. Zerg is sending his drone to the expansion in the back. Now remember, this is the map Katrina. This is a map where you have an expansion right in the back of your base. So you can really play in a very defensive manner and still macro up. This means that fast Nexus, fast Command Center, fast Hatchery are all wildly coming. And in this case, it's going to be a Nexus on 13. Okay. Spawning pool. sAviOr will not get a third hatchery before pool. You can really only do that against most Terrans generally. Although I actually have seen him do that before against Zergs. Gateway now. Many times you'll see Protoss players get the Forge, but AnyTime is a very calculated player. And he realizes that judging from the timing of the spawning pool, he can actually get his gateway out before the Forge. And if he gets the gateway out, then he gets his cybernetics core out sooner. If he gets his cybernetics core out sooner, he gets the starport out sooner. And when that happens, he gets his Corsair out a little bit faster and can do more harassment to Overlords. Or he could get his Citadel and get the Zealot leg upgrade. But I'm just assuming that he's going to get the Corsair. Everybody seems to like Corsair on this map. Zerg has expanded again. This hatchery is actually farther out, so it'll be slightly vulnerable. But then again, I assume that he's putting that there because if he puts that his third hatchery there, He'll have enough Zerglings out that he can defend if a Zealot tries to rush in and kill drones. Rather, gas being produced, or excuse me, I always call it gas, but it's the assimilator that has been taken for the Protoss. Cybernetics, of course, soon to follow. I also see the additional extractor. Well, there's an extractor being made at the Zerg expansion. A lot of times Zergs will try to put the extractor in the location that the scouting probe is least likely to encounter, because, again, this is why they scout each other, is they want to see everything that their opponent is doing. Cybernetics score now. Protoss gets his gas at the Expo, the one that's the hardest for an Overlord to spot. Although he put his cybernetic score in a location that's very easy to spot, so sAviOr probably has already realized that he's got gas. Plus, there's just no way you wouldn't get gas early on after you Expo on this map. Probe scouting around. It's really important that he caught that other hatchery. Had he not gotten the third hatchery, there would have been a higher likelihood of Mutalisks earlier on, or a Hydralisk push at the front early on, or an early on drop. Something more offensive, but this is a more economical build. This is what sAviOr's known for. This is sAviOr's style. Zealot has snuck in. He did manage to trick his opponent with the probe, draw the Zerglings away, and then try to rush him with the Zealot. But this Zealot will not be able to do any damage, so he's going to have to leave. Or try to kill off that one drone. Layer being produced. He's still got that Zealot alive. Oh! Very close to possibly taking out that one drone. I mean, remember, every drone counts. A lot of newbies, when I talk to them, don't seem to understand that, like, one worker actually does matter. Starport. Citadel. AnyTime. The Zealot is going to be very tired if he ever makes it out of this. Another gateway. A Hydralisk den. Looks like he put that Hydralisk den there, assuming that he was going to kill that scouting probe in his main. A Spire, okay. He might have actually made the Spire simply because his den got spotted. Just dropped, or just pulled that tech in favor of another one. Corsair moving out now. And a Hydralisk is ready. As you can see, this really shows how calculated and well timed out all of these builds are. This probe will not be as necessary because the Corsair is now into play. He wants to see if he can get Dark Templar or if he needs some more of an Archon or what. Another cannon. Oh, I didn't see that. There's a Robo Bay. Oh, this could get very interesting. I mean, it happens, but it's not quite as common to get the Robo Bay like that. He could be doing Dark Templar drops, High Templar drops. Who knows? Weapons upgrade. Unless he's getting armor, which occasionally does happen. But normally it's only when the Zerg gets the evolution chamber beforehand. So that way it nullifies the fact that the Zerg got the armor upgrade themselves, because the Zerg assumes the Protoss will get the +1 attack upgrade. There's a lot of psychology there. Alright, one cannon here. And more gateways being thrown up. Protoss generally has to finish their entire tech tree before they can actually do anything to the Zerg, before they can really leave their base. Okay, watch carefully. A shuttle is on the prowl. And I doubt that shuttle is empty. 2 DTs in a place with no Overlord. Here they come now. Now remember, as he starts to kill these drones, you know how the StarCraft it goes, your forces are under attack. Well, it only does that if your units are taking damage. It doesn't do that if you can kill a unit in one hit. So sAviOr was smart enough that he just so happened to check that location. And then realize, oh crap, he did something. He dropped 2 DTs there. But it doesn't matter because he's going to get this hatchery, and if he loses this hatchery, it could be so bad. Yeah, he lost the hatchery. Now he's going to start going for the eggs. The DTs do so much damage that they can even take out the eggs. which are probably morphine overlords. Templars, anyone? He did manage to get it. He's got to be careful. He wants to keep that DT alive because he can possibly use that to kill drones again later on. This Corsair is going to kill this Overlord unless Scourge can get there in time. This will be another blow, just like losing a pylon or a supply depot. He's too preoccupied with that Overlord that he did lose that DT. But another shuttle. Presumably this one would have a storm drop, judging from how many Templars we already saw. And here it comes now! Losing a lot of drones! Oh, and he morphs them into an Archon, just so that the shuttle can actually get away. And it looks like sAviOr, cracking under the stress, did not know if he should stay or leave. But AnyTime, preoccupied with his base, didn't actually end up saving the shuttle and only got halfway across there. Oh my god! Sorry, I'm supposed to be casting this. He actually dodged 2 storms. That's a lot of Mutalisks, as you can see from how dark the shadow is below it. All right, is that another RoboBay? Yes, it is. Okay. I assume it's going to be Dragoon Reaver then from here on out. Here comes sAviOr's Mutalisks, but man, he wants to do some Mutalisk harassment, but he really can't. I mean, he's one of those guys that he knows exactly when and when he can't use his Mutalisk, but he has to peek first. He has to actually find out for sure. Okay, this pylon is not worth it. Cannons will soon be up with this expansion, but sneaky sAviOr tries to put 2 lurkers there to catch probes if they get there in time. If AnyTime doesn't kill that one, all right, nice. Using these Mutalisks, he's going to try to force the Protoss to stay inside of his base rather than attack. And I mean, if he can get a few pylons along the way, that certainly helps. Okay, he's finally gotten that expansion up at the bottom right. Also note sAviOr's expanded at the far left. He did manage to pick off this cannon. This is all just harassment to keep Protoss from leaving. sAviOr needs to catch up. sAviOr's in a vulnerable position. sAviOr does not want to lose anything. He's even pulling these 2 lurkers up when he realizes that their cover has been blown. As you can see, workers do not always move in a straight line. They kind of moonwalk to the expansion or something like that. He has a lot of Mutalisks. That means he does not have a lot of lurkers, since they both cost gas. Alright, he's going to pick up a few stray units. And Overlords. He's going to attempt to push up this ramp. This is sAviOr's first line of defense. It's this ramp up here. If these lurkers can get done morphine, it'll be very, very good for sAviOr. But it depends on how much damage these 3 lurkers can actually do. He's using these Zerglings to get in the way. He has the lurkers. He burrows immediately. It seems unlikely that AnyTime will be able to get up here without taking at least a fair amount of damage. These Dragoons are going to be very softened up. Softened up for the Zerglings, which are about to come in here too. All sAviOr has to do is hold on, hang on, and he can stay in this. Otherwise, AnyTime is going to reinforce his army with Zealots and Templars and win. He doesn't want to lose that Archon, though. The Archon is really what will keep him safe from the Zerglings, not the Dragoons. If he can keep the Archon covered by the Dragoons, he's safe. But AnyTime has to wait until he gets reinforcements, which are on the way. We saw he got 2 RoboBays, but I don't really see... I guess he was using them for observers. I've never really seen that before, where they just... Unless I'm missing something. Or unless I'm hallucinating and I made up the fact that he got another RoboBait. I don't know. Okay, he's going to attempt to go down to this expansion. Oh, he decided to pull back. Maybe he's going to attempt to secure his own expansion. Players like sAviOr are very comfortable being stuck inside of their base. It's not the best position to be in, but it's certainly one that good Zerg players know how to deal with. Turtling is the correct... Oh! Anytime sneaking 2 cannons on the expansion, that's really, really, really going to hurt. Because even if he doesn't manage to get in there and take the expansion out, he won't be mining from it. Here comes some more Zerglings, but it's not enough. Oh! 1 observer left. If he can get rid of that last observer, he might be able to buy some more time. But the cannons are finishing at the expansion. I don't even know why sAviOr's attacking this. There's like no way that he's actually able to get in there. And next is at the bottom left, too, for AnyTime. sAviOr is in very bad shape, having already lost that first expansion, now losing the second expansion. More Zealots on the way. Zealots are generally what you will see reinforce the Protoss army because they're the ones that die first. There's no way, I think, that sAviOr can win now. No way. Now all AnyTime has to do is clean up this last expansion, which was on the high ground, and secure this expansion at the bottom left. But I don't even think sAviOr is going to look there. All right, he's going to move in. He's actually going to go for the main, which might be a very wise decision, considering that there are probably more sunken colonies at the expansion. He's trying to morph sunks, but it might not matter. AnyTime is about to put the killing blows here. He's got to do something fast. And as I can see on the minimap, there's a big red line bleeding down the center. There it is, in the flesh. This is not good. More and more Zerglings coming in here. Even drones are getting in the battle. But that was all a distraction to pull his sAviOr's units back, because now he's attacking the other expansion. GG! GG indeed. Excellent play by AnyTime. sAviOr is 0-2 in his group. AnyTime is 2-0. Mine was 1-1. A very close match indeed. Really, really good game. Well, I think that does it for today. I think we've done it. Guys, I appreciate all of you watching. I hope you tune in tomorrow. If any of you missed the games, they will be permanently saved on VOD format on GOM TV. Please feel free to check it out on the website. I am going to go home and not talk for a while. But please don't hesitate to show GOM your thanks. They've been very pleased with the responses on the forum, so I've been told. I haven't actually been able to read it yet. And yeah, and they just wanted to say, tell me to tell you guys thank you very much for tuning in, and we're really happy that you all are so pleased with StarCraft. Tomorrow is going to be Group B with Much, Slayer's Boxer, Jadong, who else is in that group? Oh, and Nada, of course. That has been nicknamed the Group of Death. It's probably going to be the most popular event at the tournament just because of the player listings, but I'm sure it's going to be as good, if not better, than the games we saw today. So again, Flash has made it out of his group, and on top of that, AnyTime has made it out. Flash 3-0'd the group. I was easily the most impressed with Flash. He just completely dominated. And then, yeah, and then we got AnyTime, who really... a very valiant effort by AnyTime to stay in the game. It looked like there was going to be no hope for him at the beginning of Group A, and then he actually managed to come back and pull it through. So props to him. I don't believe there's anything else I have to say, so I'm just going to abandon the mic. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. This is Nick Tasteless Plot from Seoul, Korea, hoping to bring you as much eSport coverage as possible. Thanks so much, guys. You take it easy.